E aí, galera, voltamos. Pra quem não sabe, esse jogo aqui a gente tá fazendo uma série, então se você não viu nenhum dos episódios, eu indico que você volte e assista do primeiro, pra fazer sentido. E é isso, vamos continuar. Agora eu tô cheio de vodka sortida aqui, pra nada. Ah tá, vamos lá.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this damn device.
A galera é meio braba por aqui, né?
You must. Oh, there.
Meio armada e tal. Olha, eu tenho que vir aqui. Tá, vamos marcar outra missão aqui. Já que a gente tá aqui.
Welcome to the Musgrave family collection. Still a work in progress. I'll tell you what I've told all the other guards. Mind your boots. Our floors are not made for armor. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating. Oh, that's just so encouraging to hear. I'll just go ahead and add your comment to my permanent record. Now then, how can I help you? Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Ok.
Oh, just hear me out.
Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows?
Não.
Good instincts. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. Oh, goodness, no. Not at all. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly. Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing. Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true. I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment.
Eu não.
Enjoy the party. I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason. I advise against trying to dig up what's been buried. Sooner or later, you're going to draw up something rotten. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Kanan Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have. What, really? You'll do it? I mean, just like that? Don't you want to know why I asked you?
É troféu, não tô nem aí.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
Rapaz, me respeita, que eu... Tá achando que eu não sei fazer os rolês, mano. Tá achando que eu cheguei aqui... hoje. Eu sei fazer tudo, eu sou brabo. Eu vou matar quem eu precisar matar, hein? Estou avisando.
All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Só uma lixeira. Munição.
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants. Thank you, customer. Sam. We guarantee it's the only sanitation and maintenance unit you'll ever need.
E você, moço, morto? Cartão de acesso do técnico. Munição. Eu nem quero essa lâmina. Isso aqui. Examinar. Ok. Vou roubar as coisas aqui. Pegar kit do técnico melhorado. O que é o kit do técnico? Eu não faço ideia. Pegar reforço aumentado. Vou tirar. Não, né? Tudo bem. Você... aqui é o Sr. N. Sei que é um perfume da Natura, né? Mas, tirando isso... Deixa eu ver. Calma aí. Não. Aqui. Sr. N. Eu tenho 2 dele. Arma corpo a corpo, ataque. Altera o tipo de dano causado por danos de raios N. Esse pequeno dispositivo estranho faz com que a sua arma corpo a corpo emita um brilho roxo tão forte que machuca os olhos. Ok, pra arma corpo a corpo.
I sure hope these folks don't mind us borrowing this.
Vamos lá, dá a volta de novo. Isso aqui. Sabe, Sentinela 3. Senhor Ai. Aperto ansioso. Estes canídeos mortos mostram sinais de transmigração. Tenso cuidado. Ela é esquisita, mané. Podia estar que tinha visto alguma coisa ali. Olha aqui. Bom, aqui só sai. Beleza. Provavelmente. Eu fui burro, eu sei. Gausa, peça de armadura, peça de arma. Essas coisas eu tenho hormonte já. Mas é sempre bom, né? Pra dar... Chapéu de cowboy a gente nunca nega, né? Eu não faço ideia do que eu fiz. Deve ser pra chamar o elevador quando o elevador não tá ali, né?
Oh, you don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
Oh, eu não tava com medo dos cachorros, não.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite. My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
Ok.
What's on your mind? My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Tá bom, irmão. Só me faz... não localização, claro que não tem o dia todo.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing.
Tá bom,
I
amigão.
realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the two most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
Ok.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
Claro, claro.
Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations. Try to exercise caution. It's good for your lifespan. You did fetch a trophy for my little Laplace. Technically, that makes you my canid servant, and by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility. No need to sound so astonished. Now, was there anything else?
Não, sinceramente eu tava até pensando em matar ele quando acabasse aqui. Mas... porque ele se preocupou comigo e tal, eu vou deixar ele vivo. Sou bonzinho desse jeito. É bom.